In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I created the teleport effect in After Effects. So first things first, you're going to want to record 2 scenes with almost identical framing. So what I mean by that is you just want to be standing in the same spot on the screen for both shots. Record these 2 shots in 2 different locations and preferably have the same clothes on. In each shot, you're going to want to make sure that you do some sort of teleport motion. So for me, I just took a step forward and threw my hands out like that. And I did that same move in both shots. So that way when we line the shots up in After Effects, they're going to line up and it's going to look like one clip even though the scene changes. Let's jump right on into After Effects. I've got both my clips right here and we're going to import them. We're going to start off with the first one and we are going to drag it over here to the new composition icon. Drag our second one on top. As you can see, we've got the first clip right here and I just pretty much step forward and throw my arms out like that. So as soon as my foot hits the ground right here, I'm going to grab the second clip and try to pretty much start it as that foot hits the ground. So like right about here. We're going to Command-Shift-D, delete that. Command-Shift-D to cut it. And now we're looking pretty good. So my framing wasn't perfect. As you can see, I'm in 2 different spots. But if your framing isn't perfect, you can fix that by just scaling in a little bit on whichever clip you need to. I think that looks good though. And after that, you're going to want to cut a portion of both videos that you want the teleport effect to happen. Basically, in this little area right here is where I want the teleport effect to happen. So I'm going to click on the first clip, Command-Shift-D to cut that. Scroll forward. I want the teleport glow to probably stop maybe like right around there. So we're going to click that second clip and Command-Shift-D to cut that. So now we've got these 2 clips right here. This actually needs to be cut, so hold on. We'll let it overlap a little bit and then I'll cut that end off. We've got these 2 clips right here where we're gonna basically create a glow to mimic some sort of like energy teleport type thing. And in order to do that, we're going to use the free Saber Glow plugin. Now, if you don't have the Saber Glow plugin, just search on Google Saber plugin for After Effects and you can download it for free. And basically what we're gonna do is Command-D each of these clips, Command-D and Command-D. And then we're going to rotoscope the top layer of each of those clips. We're going to rename these to rotoscope. Rotoscope 1, rotoscope 2. If you want to get fancy with it, you can change the color. We'll do red for rotoscope. Now both of these red layers are going to be our rotoscope layers. So we're going to click the rotoscope tool up at the top, double click on whichever layer you're starting with, and we're just going to start rotoscoping our subject out. We're going to go to the second clip, double click it, rotoscope this guy out. I like to always start at the first frame of the video. So we're going to click on our first rotoscope layer and we're going to make sure it's highlighted. Go up to the top of the screen, layer, auto trace. You're going to want to make sure that it's set to the work area. If you have it set to current frame, it's only going to do 1 frame. And click OK. So now that that is done, we're going to auto trace our second rotoscope. So our auto tracing is done. We're going to click down and check it. All right, that's good. Click down and check this one. So yeah, sometimes it does multiple masks, and for this clip it did multiple. We only need the red one is what it looks like. It had 2 separate masks on my arm. I'm not sure what that is. I'm just going to delete those because I don't need those. I just need the red one. So sometimes the auto tracing puts multiple masks, so just delete whatever extra stuff it's done. And then we're going to go to Effects and Presets, and this is when we add the Saber Glow plugin. It's always down at the bottom for me. We're going to drag and drop that onto our first layer. We're going to go over to the effect controls on our selected clip, and we're going to go to Customize Core. We're going to click the core type and change it to Layer Masks. Boom, and now it's on our mask. Right click the layer, go to blend mode and change it to add. And now we're glowing. That's pretty sick. So we're gonna highlight this one and do the same thing. I'm just gonna copy, Command C, copy that Saber plugin, click the second rotoscope, Command V to paste it. All you have to do now is change the blend mode to add. So now this is what it looks like, which is pretty sick, honestly. Like, look at that. That's cool. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna keyframe the effect. We're gonna keyframe from 0 to however strong we want our glow, and then on the second rotoscope, we're gonna keyframe starting at a strong glow, fading out to 0 glow. Highlight the first rotoscoped clip, go to the effects, go to Saber, go to the very beginning of the layer, and we're going to set a keyframe for the core size, intensity, spread, and bias. We're going to move forward to when the clip changes, and we're going to add keyframes at the end. We haven't changed anything yet, we're just adding the keyframes. We're going to do the same thing for the second rotoscope layer. Go to the effects, go to Saber. We're going to go to the intensity, spread, bias, and core size. And then we're going to go to whenever we want the effect to pretty much end, which I guess would be at the end of that layer, and add some more keyframes. Still haven't changed anything yet. Let's go to the first one. We're going to set these to 0. We're going to set the core size to 0. And let's watch it. That's pretty sick. They have so many different presets. Like, I kind of like Portal. I kind of want the glow to start from 0. Right about here, I want the glow to really be showing. We're gonna set it to 2. And then when it gets to here, the intensity. Yeah, let's crank that intensity up to about 150. Yeah. So now it looks like this. And that looks pretty good. Let's go to our second rotoscope. Make sure we change this one to Portal as well. Boop. And we're gonna start off at what we ended on the last clip. So we ended with these. We're gonna just highlight them, Command C. We're gonna go to our second clip and Command V. And that's how we're looking. We're gonna move forward. That should be 0. So this is what it looks like. It's pretty cool. Honestly, we're just gonna rock with that. I like that. We want our second scene to just kind of like just appear like out of nowhere. So in order to do that, you're gonna click the background of the second video, go to the very first frame, and you're gonna click the pen mask tool, and you're basically just gonna mask a little area around our person right here. You're gonna put a keyframe for the opacity and the expansion in the very first frame of the clip, and then you're going to move forward, I'd say probably 5 frames. You're gonna drag that expansion all the way out until it fills the entire screen, just like that. And then you're also going to go about halfway and set a keyframe for the opacity on 100, then go back to the first frame and set the opacity to 0. You can literally see where our second scene has appeared right there, and we need to line it up a little bit better. So we're gonna just close all these out, put a pick whip on the first rotoscope layer, and you're gonna set it to the background of the first scene. That way, whenever we scale in, everything's gonna line up together. You don't have to scale in on both. You'll see what I mean right now. We're gonna set keyframes for the position and scale at the very beginning. We're gonna move forward, boom, 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 right to where you can see the second glow appear. We're gonna scale in to about the same size, and then basically just set it right on top to where it basically matches the same size. Boom. Now look at that. They're literally lined up perfectly now. You might be like, well, that's just going so dang fast. How are you supposed to even see what's going on there? Exactly. So now we're gonna open up the background, and we're gonna make that expansion last a little bit longer. So we're going to drag out that fully expanded part to about right here. So now we have more time for it to, yeah, that's about the speed that I'm wanting. Now to sell this effect a little bit better, we're just going to add 2 effects, chromatic aberrations and turbulent displace. So let's go up to the effects and presets, turbulent displace. We're going to drag and drop that on our second clip background. Boom. And as you can see, it's created this warpy vibe. We're going to open up the effects down here, and we're going to set keyframes at the very beginning of the clip for the amount and the size and the evolution. And then we're going to scroll forward to when the expansion is fully finished, and we're going to put the amount to 0. It looks like that, and it just gives it more of like a warp, you know what I'm saying? More of like a warpy feel. Now if you really want to make this look really cool, what you can do is go to the very first keyframe and set it to 300. And now when we look at it, it's just got this crazy warpy effect. And we don't want it to be crazy like that the whole time, so when we get to like right about here, I'm gonna set it back to 50. These effects are really up to you how you want them to work. You can set the keyframes to pretty much however you like it to look. I'm just playing around right now. There's really no guide here. So I'm gonna put the size on like 40, and then when we scroll forward, okay, maybe I should go smaller. Let's go 2. Yeah, I want it to just be real warpy, you know? And that looks pretty good to me. The only other effect I'm going to add onto here is chromatic aberrations. Throw that on there just to give it a little bit of a, you know, just a cooler effect. Like, that's super cool. And we're going to go to the very first frame, set a keyframe for the fall off distance right there, go to the very end of the effect and set it to 0. We're going to set keyframes for the aberration red and the aberration blue, and then we're going to go keyframe, keyframe, and then we're going to put 0 on all of these. And now when we play the whole clip back, it looks like we have actually just teleported to a new location. You're going to want to highlight all the layers, hit the letter U on your keyboard. I'm also going to hit the backtick key to bring up all of our keyframes so I can see what I'm doing here. We're going to easy ease those. I'm not going to easy ease the mask, the keyframes on the masks, on our auto traced layers, just the keyframes on the effects. Easy ease those, and basically that's it. And after you're done with your teleport effect, you're going to highlight all of your clips, right click, pre-compose them, and then now all of your clips are in one layer. And what we're going to do now is add some fake camera shake just to make it look like somebody was holding a camera. So in order to do that, we're going to click transform, and we're going to go to the position. You're going to click the stopwatch while holding the option key on the position, and it's going to bring up this, and you're going to type in wiggle parentheses, I think I did 3,35, and it gives it this just cool action look. When you add the wiggle, you will have to scale the video in depending on how much wiggle you've added. So for me, I only have to scale it in probably about up to like 105, and then we'll watch it. Yeah. 105 is perfect. And just like that, that's how you create a super cool teleport effect with realistic camera shake when there was no camera movement at all. Super cool stuff, really easy to do. And that's all it is to it, really. And after you add some warpy, teleporty sound effects, you'll have a video that looks just like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.